Also ahead, a sitting U.S. Senator warns Elon Musk that Congress may have to step in to fix Twitter, as well as Musk's other companies. I'm going to speak with Democratic Senator Ed Markey about how lawmakers might do that. Still ahead, Democratic Senator Ed Markey takes on Elon Musk, telling him to, quote, fix his companies or Congress will. The senator joins us live. That's coming up. This morning, Twitter's $8 charge for its blue check verification process is on pause after a series of missteps, including verifying a fake account linked to Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey. In a back and forth on Twitter, the senator said, in part, fix your companies or Congress will. Senator Ed Markey joins me now to discuss. Senator, thanks for taking the time this morning.
Glad to be with you. Thank you.
So first of all, on this fake account, your office gave permission to a Washington Post reporter to set up a fake account to kind of test the system, as it were. I mean, how easy was it to fool the verification process?
Well, all you had to do is pay $8. That was the totality of it. There obviously was no background check. There was no effort to verify that Senator Ed Markey was Senator Ed Markey. And what that demonstrated was that overnight, once Twitter, Elon Musk, set up this new system, there was a mass proliferation of fraudulent $8 blue checks that had been purchased all across the country, including one that said they were Eli Lilly and other fraudulent impersonators, and obviously there were no safeguards in place that Elon Musk or Twitter had to guarantee that there were safeguards, that there were rules of the road, that there was a protection that's going to be there.
That Eli Lilly one tanked their stock for a bit. It had real-world effects. I mean, and Twitter already had credibility problems. I mean, let's be frank here. But is Musk now effectively destroying this as a forum that anybody believes?
Well, that's what I want him to answer. One, what were the safeguards that he had put in place before he introduced this new, very broad blue check program? Has he promised to, in fact, correct it, to put in place a new regime of safety, of safeguards? And what did happen? What went wrong? What were the safeguards? Is it because he's laid off too many people, or was it just a pursuit of additional revenues for his companies? And in that pursuit of revenues, he allowed the safeguards to be sidelined, and as a result, we saw the chaos which ensued.
Musk, I don't have to say it, has had enormous success with electric cars, with space launches. But on Twitter so far, spotty record. I wonder, do you believe he's out of his depth here?
Well, there's a Dickensian quality to these technologies. They're the best of technologies and the worst of technologies simultaneously. They can enable, they can ennoble, they can degrade, they can debase. Elon Musk is now into content. And it can enable and ennoble. Those technologies do great things, but it can also undermine democracy, undermine confidence, undermine trust in our society. So it's important for Twitter, America's town square as it represents itself, to actually be what it says it is. Otherwise, we'll see a further erosion of democracy, a further erosion of trust in our country. And so he's taken on a great responsibility. And the reason I'm asking these questions of him is that this is a vitally important place where Americans go in order to communicate. And he has to understand that this is this goes to the whole question of democracy. With all due respect to Tesla and SpaceX, democracy is the heart of who we are as a country. And if he's going to move into this area, he has to, in fact, discharge his responsibility, respecting how powerful this technology is.
Okay, you say fix your companies or Congress will. How and when?
Well, on Tesla, right now he's under investigation by the Department of Transportation for his autopilot, his autonomous vehicles. So I think it's absolutely imperative for him to prove that these vehicles are safe. But I also think it's imperative for Congress to pass laws that guarantee that if these driverless vehicles are going to be out on the road, that they're safe and they're not endangering people. And with regard to Twitter, they're already operating at Twitter under a Federal Trade Commission consent decree. They're on privacy probation right now. And so to the extent to which Congress must act, I think we need to pass stronger laws on algorithms and transparency that will give Americans more information about these sites that they go to. And in addition, I think that the Federal Trade Commission has to look at what just happened in order to make sure that it doesn't happen again, and that the consent decree is being abided by.
In all this, do you think Musk has the leadership, has the management skills, has the knowledge of a social media company, a social network, to make the necessary fixes? You say this is essential, a forum like this, to democracy. Is he the man? Is he the leader who can fix it?
Well, he hired people who understood automotive technology. He hired people who understood space technology. He has to do the same thing here. This is very complicated. He mastered rocket science. Here, we're talking about democracy. We're talking about free speech. And he has to surround himself with, rather than firing the people who have spent their lives seeking to master this interrelationship between technology and democracy. And if he doesn't do that, then we're going to have the same kind of disasters which we've just been witnessing in terms of the assaults on democracy during the 2020 election cycle.
Senator Ed Markey, good to have you on this morning. Thanks for taking the time.
Glad to be with you. Thank you.